You are stuck in a creative rut. You just can't bring yourself to finish the things you know you should. You can't seem to get motivated enough to work on your side hustle, or worse, you feel like you have officially run out of ideas and fucks left to give. I experience this pretty often, especially as a content creator. So in the past few years, I changed the way I live my life pretty drastically. These changes help me get motivated quickly, which means I stay creative and never run out of ideas. There are 3 parts of the pie. The first slice being discipline. I'm going to use Olympians and highly successful creative people as an example. We tend to look at these types of people as some sort of god or something. They must have some sort of unfair advantage. Cynical people say they come from money or benefited from nepotism, so it was easy for them or something like that. Other people think they're uniquely gifted, special, or born that way. But if you ask any of these people their secret to success, most of them have one simple answer for you, and that is discipline. It might be hard to admit, but they are no different from you or I. They're human too. They also have days where they lack motivation or energy. But the difference between them and everyone else is they put in the time, more time than everybody else. For an Olympian, it doesn't even cross their mind the option of not going to the gym. For a writer, not sitting down at their computer and writing is not an option. And as an artist, especially when I was studying in college, there was not a single day I didn't pick up a pencil and drew. This attitude I picked up in college was necessary for me to become a high enough performer in order to become a working professional artist in Hollywood. I numbed myself emotionally and forced myself to sit down and work on my craft every single day. Let me tell you, there was no excuse for me to ever drop the ball. In my world at the time, it didn't matter if someone died, it didn't matter if I was sick, it didn't matter if I was puking and fainting, and it definitely worked. I didn't need to wait for motivation or inspiration to hit in order to be productive. I kind of just worked like a robot, which meant I was able to achieve impossible things by pulling all-nighters and damaging my body. But that is the price of success. That brings me to the second slice of the pie, which is being selfish. Unfortunately, being overly disciplined comes at a cost. When you numb yourself to your own needs for far too long, a new problem arises. Sure, you can be extremely productive, but you stop enjoying all that time spent working on supposedly the thing you're passionate about. So even if you're getting a lot of work done, you can still feel very unmotivated and uninspired. You start phoning it in and going through the motions like a robot, which is not how anybody wants to live their life. I had an existential crisis when I realized this is what I was doing. I was working so hard to create this dream life that would bring me all of this happiness. Instead, what I actually did to myself is kill any sort of joy I had for art and this thing that used to bring me so much joy, which made me realize exactly how important it is to be selfish sometimes. What I mean by this is it's important to learn how to do new things and to constantly chase after the things that you are actually passionate about. But if you've already mastered being disciplined, being selfish is a lot more risky than it seems. Because if you've been working hard, grinding it out, you'll eventually find some sort of success. You'll realize if you just keep doing this one thing, you'll keep getting money, success, approval. Success is addictive. That's why so many people chase after it. It becomes so easy to lose sight of what you're even doing all this for. Instead, you're just trying to give everyone else what they need and want. And it also means experimentation and trying new things becomes really, really risky. There's no guarantee of any type of success. People might hate what you're doing. You might fail. That seems obvious, but a lot of people are not ready for that reality. The way I deal with this fear of taking a risk is to reframe it. I think if I don't take this risk, I will plateau and fail anyways. If you allow yourself to become complacent and you keep doing the same boring task over and over again without any type of growth, someone else will surpass you and you will fail. This is actually something I learned from exercise and losing weight. A lot of people don't realize when you're first starting to lose weight, sure, you have lots of motivation to run and do Pilates and go to the gym all the time, lifting those weights, and you see all the success really quickly. You're dropping the pounds in the first week, in the second week, until eventually you hit a plateau. Scientifically, your body has adapted to all this new stress and work that you've put on it. So it's not going to burn as many calories. It's not going to lose the weight anymore, because the push-up that was so hard for you to do last month is now pretty easy for your body to do. So why does it need to work for it? The easiest way to break through your plateau pretty much immediately is to change up your exercise routine. Instead of doing a normal push-up, do a different variation in a different position. Suddenly, when normally you can do 10, 20, 30 push-ups, now you can't even do one. It's only then when you start seeing that rapid progress again. The way that I apply this to my work and my life is I do seemingly random selfish things just for myself, like the April Fool's skit. I had a pretty good thing going at Disney. Music videos, stuff like that. This goes against pretty much all YouTube growth advice out there saying stick to your niche. If I wanted overnight success and grow super duper fast, sure, I can continue to make social media advice videos and finance money related videos. But if I'm losing the motivation to do it, it's not gonna matter in the end because I'm eventually going to fail anyways. I might give up or my channel might plateau because it's super obvious when someone does not care about the content of their channel anymore. As a creative person, I have to allow myself to pursue the selfish projects because that's the only way to what I define as true happiness and true success. The next slice of the pie is research. Fun, I know, but trust me here, it is fun. Research is setting aside time to brainstorm and find inspiration when you have none. I left this slice of the pie for last because there's this tendency, especially on the internet, for most people to just copy what has already been done. The point of research for me is actually to spend time with other highly motivated people, not necessarily to just steal ideas when you are in a creative rut. Sometimes when I'm feeling down, spending time with someone else who is really energetic and happy can really make me feel better too. I believe the exact same thing happens when you spend time with someone who is highly motivated and their creative work. That's why I like going to the gym or watching indie movies. Being surrounded by people at the gym who are also trying to better their lives tends to motivate me too. Watching a director's independent film before they got famous or their short film in college or in between jobs can be really inspiring for me because if they are hustling really hard, there's no excuse for me. The person doesn't have to have the best body or an award-winning short film, but seeing them dare to try is incredibly inspiring. Motivation is incredibly contagious, and I like to surround myself with people who will motivate and inspire me to constantly be better. We are lucky to have social media and the internet to do this at a moment's notice, but you and I have to be extremely careful with this because it's really easy to fall into the trap of becoming jealous and envious, like what Instagram is basically made to do. It can really consume you and make you feel kind of bad about yourself, so I don't like to do this until truly my well has run dry of motivation. And here is a bonus part that practically everybody ignores: it's rest. There's a lot of pressure to get things done as fast as humanly possible, to become successful and happy as fast as humanly possible. We are expected to be constantly motivated, productive, and creative at all times, but we are not machines. If for some reason you do all of these things and you still can't figure out why you are not motivated or you can't seem to be creative anymore, it might just be you're tired. Simple, I know. But it took me a long time to figure this one out. Eventually, no matter what, you will burn out if you're not careful. For perfectionists, workaholics, and high performers, it might be really hard to admit or even realize that that is what is happening. Sometimes your lack of motivation is your body telling you that you need to relax and recharge. You look at extremely successful, notable people like Picasso or Benjamin Franklin. These people knew exactly how important rest was because they prioritized it in their daily routines. For me, I need my rest and relaxation to be intense, otherwise I'm just a ball of anxiety trying to relax. I spend at least one entire day of the week focused only on having fun and relaxing. I will have at least an hour of intense exercise. I might go out to eat with Vincent for brunch, or I'll cook an amazing meal at home if we're trying to save money. Going out with friends to watch a movie and spending time with them usually works very well, so I'm not alone in my thoughts. And spending time in nature is one of the best things to do for me. We will go to a cabin in the woods, hiking, or at the very least, have a picnic in the park or something. As cliche as it might sound, if you haven't gone outside and touched grass a little bit, please try it. You need it. Usually it's during these moments I have my best ideas, and it's after these moments I actually have the energy to act on those ideas. To kickstart this process, check out this video next to see all the benefits a dopamine detox can bring to your life.